Coming up, more UAW workers have received notice of a potential layoff in the coming weeks, what we know and which company it will impact. And Toledo City Council members are tapping the brakes on throwing money at Lucas County Canine Care and Control. Why they're raising questions about the county agency and what they've been hearing from Toledoans.
And grab the umbrellas. It's going to be a soaker to start off your Thursday morning. The hour-by-hour timeline and how much rain you can expect coming up in that full forecast. Kaylee.
Welcome into WTOL 11 News on Plus. I'm Kaylee Maritet. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday night. Let's take a look at your top stories. A $75,000 extension between Toledo City government and Lucas County Canine Care and Control has been put into question. Toledo City Council members are asking if the deal is money well spent after receiving multiple complaints from people regarding response times. Council members say they have been receiving complaints for a better part of a year and a half. Meanwhile, back and forth conversations between TPD and LC4 showed the two groups don't know which calls they're supposed to answer. Now the city's planning commission will start studying and potentially responding to dog calls instead.
If we're going to spend $75,000, I'd rather give it to planning commission that can actually enforce what's on the books. My frustration is that it's the left hand not knowing what the right hand doing, and intermunicipalities having these agreements that no one follows through with.
Now council has requested a full list of response calls from LC4, saying they want to see what the city's $75,000 is actually buying. We've reached out to the county but have not heard back yet. We'll keep you updated when we learn more. KUKA has announced it will be laying off 160 employees from its North Toledo production facility. According to the company, they expect the affected positions will include production control, quality, skill trades, and supervisors. KUKA produces the body of the Jeep Wrangler and Gladiator. That's according to company officials. In a warn notice filed with the state, company leaders say these cuts are due to Stellantis making cuts at its Toledo assembly complex. This now marks more than 1,500 auto-related jobs lost in the past week for the Toledo area. The Fraternal Order of Police is speaking out about the Lucas County budget meeting from yesterday. Lucas County Sheriff Mike Navarre abruptly walked out of the meeting. The sheriff took issue when County Commissioner Pete Gerken asked if raises were figured into the collective bargaining agreement with the Fraternal Order of Police. The sheriff refused to answer the question, claiming Gerken was breaking the law by discussing personnel matters in a public meeting. Commissioners rejected that agreement last week. The Fraternal Order of Police represents deputies in the sheriff's department. They released a statement urging commissioners to take immediate action to make wages for sheriff deputies more competitive and fix what it says is crucial understaffing at the county jail. A Wyandotte County family is cleaning up what is left after their butcher shop after a fire burned down their butcher shop over the weekend. The owner, Gary Pasco, says the family business, Pasco Custom Processing, has been around for more than 40 years. A fire broke out on Sunday, destroying the entire building. Pasco says he isn't sure what caused the fire, but that it's a total loss.
And the only thing in there was a heater, a wall heater. So I don't know. It's hard. It burns so hot for being a metal building. It melted the steel I-beams, and I don't understand how it burns so hot.
Pasco's daughter has set up a fundraiser online to help her father rebuild the shop. Currently, around $200 has been donated. One person was stabbed at a hotel in Findlay this morning, and police are still looking for the person who did it. According to Findlay police, officers were called to the Red Roof Inn on Fox Street just before 9 a.m. When officers arrived, they determined the person had been stabbed several times, but they are expected to survive. Police say the victim was reportedly attacked by a known male associate. Findlay police are expected to release more information tomorrow about the investigation involving a teen who died after being shot by a Findlay police officer. It happened at Bernard Park on October 25th. Police say 3 juveniles were consuming alcoholic beverages. When officers arrived, one of the teens ran off and an officer followed. That's when police say the teen shot at them and police returned fire. 17-year-old Calvin Darapith died. We'll have more on this tomorrow. Changes are coming to some Toledo streets. City Council approved funding to make adjustments to try and make roads safer for drivers and pedestrians. Megan Hartnett has the story.
Driving down Secor Road.
It's terrible, but it's very narrow, so it's very dangerous.
going down Secor. It is.
The city had proposed a roundabout be put in between Kenwood Boulevard and Central Avenue, but that project was axed.
It will not be a roundabout. You'll still have a median all the way down, but you'll have a U-turn at Kenwood.
That project, which is estimated to cost more than $5 million, will add a median along Secor Road between Kenwood and Central, a median that will prevent left turns out of Westgate.
Some of those just terrible crashes that can happen there.
I think that would be a good idea. Yeah, because, you could have an accident easily because it's a heavily traveled street.
But not everyone thinks that it's the best idea.
On the median idea, I don't know I think that might cause more chaos than it's worth.
The project also aims to improve the current road condition.
I do think there definitely needs to be work done on Secor. I think what we should be doing first and foremost is fixing the road itself because it's in terrible condition.
Part of the project includes updates to give the area more of a neighborhood feel, adding more of a tree canopy, but also making it easier for community members to bike or walk along the road.
There could be issues with pedestrians certainly, but again, I haven't seen it.
No matter what construction or improvements come to the area, there's one thing people say they want to happen.
I would like it to be safe. That's all. That's the most important thing.
That was Megan Hartnett reporting. Well, there is a brand new resource where landlords can connect with Toledo housing experts to get up to code. The Department of Housing and Community Development says it's important for housing providers to have a clear understanding of their rights and responsibilities. There is an event tomorrow where there will be experts from Toledo's Fair Housing Department, the county auditor's office, attorneys, and more. It's happening at the main library from 9:30 a.m. until 1:30. Several school district levies failed on Election Day, including Perrysburg. Perrysburg Stands Up, which is made up of local community members, wants a voice in the education system. They say they pushed hard against this levy because they felt it didn't make sense. And they felt that the growth within Perrysburg did not match what the superintendent and the school board were asking them to pay through the levy. With the levy failing, the district says it may have to cut things like field trips, clubs, and activities. But the group doesn't understand why the reductions have to impact students.
We have at least $25 million in reserves in an operations fund, and more than that in other funds. If you take that and combine it with some cuts, I think that they could gain some time so that they can have a strategic plan put together before they put something back on the ballot.
Those with the group made it clear that they are not against school levies, but added that Perrysburg Stands Up would like to work with the board on a levy that they can back. Throughout the 2024 presidential race, there were a lot of questions about two conservative policy agendas, the Heritage Foundation's Project 2025 and the Trump campaign's Agenda 47. Our Verified team has the answers.
I will fight for you, for your family, and your future.
After Donald Trump was elected the 47th president of the United States, we received questions about which policies he might enact. Verified viewer Eddie asked us to compare Project 2025 and Agenda 47. Project 2025 is the Heritage Foundation's roadmap to transform the government in favor of conservative social policies and ideals. Agenda 47 is the Trump campaign's policy platform. Though Trump has multiple connections to the authors of Project 2025, he has never publicly endorsed it, and he and his campaign distanced themselves from the initiative ahead of the election. So, what do the two plans have in common? Using these sources, I'll walk you through where they overlap and how they differ. First is education. Both policy plans call for the elimination of the Department of Education. The Project 2025 authors argue getting rid of it will empower students and families, not government. While Agenda 47 details Trump's desire,
Sending all education and education work and needs back to the states.
both plans also call for limits on what can be taught in schools, including critical race theory and teachings on gender ideology. Trump's plan covers more topics, including, quote, inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content, and would issue penalties for public schools that don't comply. Next. Neither Project 2025 nor Agenda 47 propose ending gay marriage, as some have claimed online. But both plans call for rolling back protections for LGBTQ+ people, especially for transgender people. Project 2025 would ban transgender people from serving in the military and ban the use of public monies for transgender surgeries for service members. In Agenda 47, Trump says he will revoke gender-affirming care policies and ask Congress to stop taxpayer money from being used for gender-affirming procedures. Trump also says he will ask Congress to pass a bill establishing that the U.S. government only recognizes two genders, male and female, which are assigned at birth. We compare even more topics, including abortion and pregnancy proposals, on our website, verifythis.com. With your Verify, I'm Ariante Till.
You have just one more day to apply for help this Christmas season. The deadline for the Salvation Army and the Marines Toys for Tots Christmas assistance is tomorrow. You need to register in person at the Salvation Army on Erie Street downtown from 9 a.m. until noon or from 1 to 3. You must live in Lucas County, and only one application per household will be accepted.
Turning to that WTOL 11 weather forecast, you are going to need the umbrella tomorrow morning. It is going to be a downright soaker of a day to kick things off for your Thursday. In addition to the rain, there's going to be a breeze with southeasterly winds gusting up to 30 miles an hour at times. Temperatures will be on the cooler side, so the rain jacket needed throughout the day, with highs only reaching 50 degrees. Showers are now looming to the west of us, pushing into Illinois and Indiana, and that rain is going to be here in a matter of hours, with showers expected to envelop northwest Ohio between 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. as rainfall rolls in before midnight. Here's the hour-by-hour forecast. We are going to be watching a warm front that'll be lifting in from the south and southwest, and that is going to enable rainfall to become widespread and steady during the overnight time frame. You can plan on steady rainfall continuing overnight and through daybreak. If you're waiting out at the bus stop, it is going to be a soggy feel, and driving into work may take a couple extra minutes due to those wet road conditions. Make sure the wipers and the headlights are turned on. A cold front on the backside of this is going to bring showers a bit lighter during the afternoon. Still could be rainy at times, but the bulk of the heavy rain is going to occur early on in the day, with showers becoming a bit more sporadic and a bit more sparse during the latter half of the day. You can always check the hour-by-hour forecast from our free WTOL 11 weather app. So how much rain can you expect? The latest data still shows at least half an inch of rainfall for most areas. In fact, closer to 3/4 of an inch south of Toledo. Generally, the heaviest totals are going to be south of the Maumee River. So areas like Hancock, Putnam, and Wyandotte counties do have the best chances of seeing 7 to 8/10 of an inch of rainfall, with amounts in the metro expected to be at least half an inch. So when is the heaviest of the rain going to occur? It's going to be Thursday morning that the steady soaking rain moves down. During the afternoon, rainfall is expected to become a bit lighter and more scattered. You can plan on half an inch to 3/4 of an inch. Wet and windy weather is going to impact those outdoor plans throughout the day, and what you need to do to be prepared for this system, keep that umbrella and rain gear handy, and keep an eye on radar on our free WTOL 11 weather app. So planning out your Thursday, it is going to be a soggy, cool morning. Temperatures will be in the lower 40s at daybreak. Driving to work may take a couple extra minutes. The afternoon featuring highs that are going to be near 50 degrees. Rain showers will be tapering off, and overall the rainfall is going to be a little bit lighter and more scattered throughout the afternoon and evening hours. Rainfall exceedingly likely, a 90% rain chance. And as far as the umbrella, you can put it away for a couple days with a slight chance for scattered showers, only a 30% returning late in the day on Sunday. So once things dry out, if you're hoping to get some raking or hanging up the Christmas lights, both Friday and Saturday going to be pretty good days for it, with partly sunny skies and temperatures in the 50s. Once we make it through that rain, mainly dry weather is expected for the weekend. However, the long-range outlook features a significant shift in the weather pattern, and that could entail, let's call it a little taste of winter. Cooler temperatures, a cooler breeze, and even the chance for a few snowflakes mixing on in. We're going to be watching an area of low pressure and a cold front that's going to be sweeping in from the south.